Tooth. In 2018, a friend of Reddit user Rach Factory sent her a photograph of a deeply unsettling poster she had found in a house she was cleaning. At first glance, the poster appears to be an elaborate work of art, with various mixed media elements integrated together. But as you look closer, the horrors unfold. At the top of a pyramidal structure sits the Cross of Calvin, or the Maltese Cross, a symbol originally used by the Knights Hospitaller, a Catholic military order during the Crusades. The structure pictured is composed of numerous hollow cubes, each containing a single tooth at different angles, with one near the center seemingly holding a clot of blood. The entire structure rests on a sill, along with prayer beads and lit candles. At the heart of the poster is a picture of JonBenet Ramsey, the American beauty pageant queen who was murdered in 1996. Unsure of what she had found, Rach Factory turned to r/WhatIsThisThing, a subreddit dedicated to solving the mystery of unknown objects. If you have an object and you don't know what it is, this is the place for you to search for an answer. We may not know the why, but we can help with the what. There, the poster sparked numerous speculations about its origin and purpose. Some believed it could be an art student's edgy project, while others speculate it may be a shrine for the deceased pageant queen. Reddit user Neverending Squares pointed out that the pictures of the teeth were taken from the Wiktionary page for the word tooth and placed at different angles within the cubes. Another user noted that the clot of blood resembled a bleeding host, a miracle in Catholic theology in which a Eucharist spontaneously starts bleeding. Despite extensive investigations, there's been no definitive identification of the bizarre poster. And yet, it still manages to be bone-chilling and nothing short of a nightmare. The chilling smile of JonBenet, the adult teeth, and the clot of blood all merging together to form a genuinely grotesque and horrifying image. The mystery of the poster continues to haunt the internet, leaving many wondering who could have created such a disturbing work of art, and why. Orphan Source. In 2019, Reddit user Mo Salted Chips stumbled upon something truly cryptic in the crawlspace of a house in Cache Valley, Utah. What he found were 3 ominous red boxes encased in concrete with a faded label that upon closer inspection turned out to be a petrifying warning. It was a warning of death, reflected in the screaming red radioactivity label. Mo Salted Chips posted images of the mysterious boxes to r/WhatIsThisThing, and the replies were quickly flooded with thousands of comments from people who were convinced that the boxes and their contents posed a severe threat to public safety. Some users even went so far as to report the discovery to the FBI, the NRC, and local law enforcement agencies. One Reddit user named Cebu went sleuthing and found the exact warning label in a fire brigade's training book from 1961. Based on this discovery, it was determined that the boxes likely contained radium-226, a radioactive element widely used in the manufacturing of luminous paints for aircraft instrument dials, as well as in medical treatments and diagnostic procedures up until the 1960s. Radium-226 can pose significant health hazards if ingested or inhaled. When radium-226 decays, it emits alpha particles that can damage nearby cells and tissues, leading to cancer and other health problems. Exposure to high levels of radium-226 can cause acute effects, such as radiation sickness, while chronic exposure to lower levels can lead to long-term health problems, such as bone cancer. Radium-226 is particularly dangerous when ingested or inhaled, as it can accumulate in bones and other tissues, where it continues to emit radiation over time. Following this potentially deadly identification, interest in the Reddit post exploded, with over 50,000 upvotes, making it one of the most popular posts ever on the subreddit, and forcing moderators to lock the post. Authorities eventually intervened, evacuating the house, and sending an inspector from the Utah Division of Waste Management and Radiation Control to inspect the boxes and crawlspace. Much to the relief of the concerned Redditors, the inspector determined the boxes and their contents to be harmless, likely used as a makeshift safe by the previous homeowner. Gris-gris. On a crisp fall day in 2018, Reddit user Streetguide stumbled upon a sinister-looking item at an estate sale. What appeared to be a simple leatherette case soon turned into a skin-crawling discovery. When the contents of the case were revealed, Streetguide found an object that was quite disturbing. The object seemed to form a small, shiny pink face, intricately made from 6 human teeth, forming a devilish visage. Streetguide, feeling uneasy about the origins of the object, consulted a dentist to identify the source of the teeth. Rather than some innocent family memento containing lost baby teeth, the dentist confirmed that the teeth were from an adult. Horrified and intrigued, Streetguide posted images to r/WhatIsThisThing, where user Rational Faultline identified the object as most likely being a voodoo gris-gris. The term refers to a type of amulet or talisman in the voodoo religion. Gris-gris are often made of a small bag containing spiritual objects such as bones, feathers, dirt, and herbs, or in this case, even human teeth. The use of gris-gris developed in West Africa and was brought to America and the Caribbean by enslaved Africans. Initially used to ward off evil spirits, the practice evolved and the gris-gris became associated with black magic that could bring misfortune upon their victim. Enslaved people began to use the gris-gris against enslavers to curse them with bad luck, even placing them on the tombs of their former enslavers to ensure that evil spirits followed them forever. While the gris-gris remains one of the most plausible identifications presented by Reddit users, the object officially remains marked unsolved. Honeycomb. Mysterious objects falling from the sky are a trope typically reserved for sci-fi films, but for Reddit user Geosciism, it was a reality. In 2018, Geosciism stumbled upon a mysterious 3-meter diameter disc in the shallow waters of the coasts of Guam. Its top seemed to be crafted from polyester and honeycomb-shaped fiberglass fastened to a flimsy aluminum disc. Initial comments speculated that it could be part of a catalytic converter for a large engine or even a satellite. However, what was proposed next was even more intriguing and potentially dangerous. Reddit user Linear Fluid suggested that it might be the payload fairing cap or a propellant tank cap from the failed launch of a Chinese Long March 3B space rocket that occurred several days before the discovery of the object. Upon closer examination, coinciding welding marks on similar Long March rocket tanks gave credibility to this theory. Reports from Guam further supported this idea, with witnesses recalling the sound of a large explosion and posting videos on social media showing fiery debris streaking across the night sky. The rocket was carrying a communications satellite for Indonesia, which was lost in the incident. Launched from China's Xichang Satellite Launch Center in the southwestern province of Sichuan, the first and second stages of the Long March 3B rocket seemed to perform normally, before an anomaly occurred in the rocket's third stage. This caused the rocket to lose altitude and ultimately crash back to Earth near Guam. Once the object was identified, comments quickly turned to warnings to avoid the chunk of debris, as it could contain traces of highly toxic rocket fuel, known as unsymmetrical dimethylhydrazine, or UDMH. Previous studies of UDMH near the Baikonur Cosmodrome, a Russian spaceport located in Kazakhstan, have linked the dispersion of the chemical to mass wildlife deaths and cases of cancer in humans. Mystery Prowler. In 2020, security camera footage from Reddit user SandipGB captured the eerie silhouette of a man with a large cuboidal device prowling the streets in the dead of night. What was this mysterious figure searching for? And why was he so intent on avoiding the watchful eyes of the security cameras? As it turned out, the answer was as menacing as the figure captured on camera. According to Reddit user Psycho Cindy, the man in the footage was a car thief on the hunt for keyless cars. But how did he plan on stealing these vehicles? r/WhatIsThisThing had the answer. A relay attack involves the use of sophisticated electronic devices to bypass a car's security system and gain access to its interior, allowing the thief to start the engine and drive away without needing the key. This type of theft is particularly prevalent among high-end vehicles that use keyless entry and ignition systems, which are vulnerable to hacking and signal interception. The process of the keyless car theft typically involves two thieves working together. The first thief stands near the victim's home with a relay device, which can pick up the signal emitted by the key fob from inside the owner's home. The second thief stands near the car, holding a second relay device that can receive the signal and transmit it to the car's onboard computer. The computer then recognizes the signal as legitimate and unlocks the vehicle. Fortunately for Sandip JB, the thieves proved unsuccessful in this case, and the post's popularity prompted many users to start storing their car keys in Faraday cages and RFID-proof boxes. Thank you for watching Dark 5. Remember to like and subscribe to continue exploring the greatest mysteries of this world and beyond. And let me know if there are any other creepy Reddit mysteries that you want me to investigate.